Good morning, everybody. It's our Friday morning class again. So I guess the weather isn't very good today. So you guys must be really happy that you're staying home and watching the class from home. Oh, okay. Today we are going to finish off the last chapter of the 39 steps. So it's going to be the last grand finale. Yes. Okay, what is grand finale? Well, a lot of you guys will probably say, hey, it's not finale, it's final, okay? No, this is a totally different word. Okay, this is another word. No, this is a new word I want to introduce to you guys today. It's an English word. You can actually look it up on an English dictionary. It just means like the last episode of maybe a drama or a series of shows you've been watching. We would call it a finale. Okay, so a grand finale is like 大完结篇, like that. Okay, for the book. So today, finally, after running for 9 chapters, we are going to finish up chapter 10. And if you have flipped through the book, you will know that actually chapter 10 is pretty long. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it actually includes 10 pages for chapter 10. So what exactly happens in chapter 10? Well, let's take a look at the keywords first. So I've written down and circled some keywords that I'd like you guys to put in your class log for today. Let's take a look at the words one by one. The first one is worship. Worship. Okay. The second word is on also, I'll write down the page number. So this way it'll be easier for you guys to find the answer. This is page, let's see, 63. Okay, so this is page 63. Sewing machine is also on page 63. Okay, and then on page 64, you might want to open up your book, take out your highlighter, and do this with me together. So the first one is worship on page 63. The second one is sewing machine on page 63 also. A warship is like a big boat that goes out into sea during wartime. In Chinese, you probably call it 军舰, right? Okay, a warship. So it's a noun. Sewing machine. A sewing machine is a machine that you use to make clothes. Okay? That's how you say it, a sewing machine. Oh, bless you, camera girl. Okay, number 3, telescope. A telescope is, well, I'll just draw one. It's easier. It's something, an instrument that you use to look into the sky or look at stars. This we call a telescope. Yes. Okay, the next one, moors. We learned this around in chapter 5, I think. Okay, moor just means land or ground. 旷野. And the word moor is on page 64. Now, on page 64, there is also a word called yacht. Yacht. Okay. Now, this word, we came across this word last Friday in class when we met in person. This word appeared in chapter 9 also. I don't know if you guys remember it. It means like a boat, like yoti. Okay. So this word will come out again on page 64. Now the pronunciation is a little bit tricky, so you might want to be careful with that. Okay, the next keyword is harmless. Harmless. And we're going to go over to page 66. So harm is a little bit similar to the word hurt. I guess most of you should know what hurt means or injure, right? Okay. 受伤, so harm, 伤害. Harmless. What do you guys think it means with the less at the end? Harmless basically just means it doesn't harm you, it doesn't hurt you. So 它是无害的, 无伤害的, we call harmless. Okay, next one. This is an interesting word. We've seen this so many times in this book so far. Page 66, disguise. You can say it in front of your cell phone or your computer if you want to. Disguise. Disguise. To be in disguise means to dress up like someone else. For example, if a girl wants to be in disguise, she can dress up as men. Or vice versa, the man can dress up like a woman. Okay, disguise. I think in Chinese they call it 乔装 or like kind of like 变装 to cover up their identities. We call it disguise. Okay? Now next word. Let's go on to page 67. Now on page 67, you see the word 9:30. This is the British way of giving time. The Americans will usually just say 9:30 or 9:30 p.m., 9:30 a.m. But the British usually use a different expression to express time. Now, of course, the story is British, so therefore the time is in British too. 9:30 means 过了30分钟 in 9 o'clock. So the answer is 9:30. 9:30. Now, let's say if we change this to 1/4, what do you think it'll mean? Did I spell it wrong? 1/4. Okay? 1/4 will be 25 minutes, right? Okay, so that would be what? 5:15 would be 5:15. So you see, there are different ways to tell time in British English, so you have to be really careful. Maybe we should do some practice with this later. All right, let's go on and take a look at the next keyword. Now, let's move on to page 68. There's a word I didn't write down, which is mad. That is on page 68. Mad basically means crazy. So in English you can say, are you crazy or are you mad?